Hey, what's going on, social media family? Mike Cabradia right here in San Diego, California. Thanks for tuning in. I need some momentum in my life. That was something that I said to myself years ago, and I say it often. And I was wondering at a certain point where momentum really truly does come from. And I learned from one of our success coaches that momentum can be very, very challenging to get and can be very, very easy to lose unless you know where momentum actually comes from. And I learned this, quite some time ago, but I found out that momentum actually comes from two different places. Momentum comes from newness, and it also comes from successful attempts in a proven system. So let me share with you a story. So it's so interesting because at a time, right before I met my wife, Jenny, I wanted some newness in my life. And to get some momentum just in life in general, I said, you know what? I want to do something new, something I've never done before. You know what I ended up doing? I ended up baking an apple pie for the very, very first time. And so I got all the ingredients, I got the recipe, got all the ingredients, and I put that together. And I ended up making an apple pie. And I remember it was right before, Thanksgiving, a handful of years ago. And I remember while I was making the pie, I was in the middle of doing something new, and I was so excited and had momentum in my life. I ended up getting a text message, and that text message was actually from my wife, Jenny. She's my wife now, but she wasn't my wife then. We weren't even dating yet, but I ended up getting a text message from her, and I told her, right now I'm baking a pie. I've never done this before, and I felt some newness in my life, and also felt newness in this potential relationship that I was going to potentially be a part of as well. You think of, relationships in general. In the very, very beginning of those relationships, the newness causes momentum in your life, momentum in your psyche. That's when, people start painting, people start, doing things that it's out of their character because there's newness in their life and momentum. I remember another time where I felt some successful attempts and I felt momentum in my life. I was actually in high school and I was actually playing football. And the funny thing, and don't judge me, I can see you already judging me, but I actually played football 1 year in my entire life. And I remember, I believe it was my 10th grade year. And I remember I was actually put on the freshman team because I needed to get some reps. I was so new to football that I didn't even know, what position I wanted to play. They made me a fullback. Now, I'm not a big dude, so I don't know why they put me as a fullback. But I remember they put me in a game at a certain point, and I didn't know what I was doing. And I remember in that play, they were going to give me the ball, and I was supposed to run. And I remember them giving me the ball, and I was scared. I ended up closing my eyes, holding the ball, and I ran for 12 yards. That was my longest run in my career, 12 yards. But I remember thinking, I did it. I actually did it. And I had a successful attempt in a proven system, and I was actually creating momentum in my life at that point. So I don't know if there is momentum that's needed in your finances, momentum that's needed in your business, momentum that's needed, in your spiritual life, in your relationships, or maybe even in your physical life. But what I've learned is that the way to get momentum in different areas of your life is to do something new or to succeed. Whatever the small step is, just pat yourself on the back for the successful attempt that you're making. So my challenge to you and my question really is, what times in your life have you actually experienced momentum? Are you experiencing momentum right now? Have you experienced momentum in the past? And have those times where you've experienced momentum, have they actually come as a result of doing something new or being in a new environment? Or have they come as a result of you doing something successfully in your life? Also, what are some other things that you can do right now that can help you to make some momentum happen in your life? Whether it's in business, finances, spiritual relationships, your physical health. Guess what? Yesterday, I brought in some newness. During this COVID time, I grew out my facial hair for the last 90 days. And I needed some newness in my life, so guess what? I shaved back to the baby face, and I didn't recognize myself in the mirror. And I looked at myself and I said, whoa, this is what I look like without facial hair. Cut my hair a little bit too, and I wanted to experience some momentum and some newness. So I did that. What can you do right now to experience some momentum, some newness, some success in your life? God bless you guys. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. Drop a link, or not drop a like, drop a like below, drop a follow. Follow us on social media. Follow us on YouTube as well. I'll drop our YouTube link down below. But thank you guys so much for the support. God bless you guys. Have a great evening.